Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Peak Design SL2. This is a camera sling strap, and it just builds off of what Peak's been doing for years, which is utilizing these little pieces in order to simplify your habits for carrying your camera. So in this case right now with the RX10 Mark IV, I have it rigged up for the cuff, something I didn't unbox and share on the channel, even though I picked them up before my trip, simply didn't have enough time to cover them. These are great, I can tell you that right now, even though this video is about the camera strap. These, I believe, retail for roughly $30, and they work in a very similar system with these units that eventually you will have to replace, by the way, something important to know. But for $30, in my opinion, the cuff is definitely a great wrist strap, and the beauty of the Peak design system is that it's seamless and functional. So here we have that in a strap. Generally, the strap is about $50 US. On sale right now, you can find it for roughly $30. This is, again, the SL2, not to be confused with the SL1 or the SL3. And you can see right here, essentially, how it actually hooks up. Again, using Peak Design's patented small plastic discs, it links up with this mounting plate that you're going to screw right into your tripod mount on your camera of choice, digital SLR, mirrorless, or even the RX10 over here, which is in an APS-C, 1-inch, of course, sensor. And then you have essentially a strap made of the equivalent of what you'd find with a seatbelt, so fairly resilient, everything well made, completely adjustable. And you can see here essentially what comes in the box. They're giving you 4 of these pieces, so you get a secondary set. Of course, the mounting plate you just saw, and then they're just showing different ways that it can be set up, because you do not have to anchor it traditionally, as many people do, to the side mounts. Again, you can use the bottom, which I personally prefer. It's all a matter of personal preference and how you want the camera to hang while it's not in use. Another thing that Peak makes, which is very popular, of course, is their the clip, the sliding clip, so that you can just attach it to your bag and then seamlessly, detach it. And it basically makes it so that you can carry around your camera without carrying it, because it would just be, in that case, as I mentioned, attached to a backpack strap, basically, and it just hangs there. And then when you want to deploy it, you just press a button and boom, you've got it. I'm a little bit more traditional. As much as I like the idea that Peak went for with that, I'm not, at least the trip I just went on, I wasn't carrying a backpack all the time. Of course, I could have used it on my camera bag strap, but I did not want to have to worry about someone trying to rip that thing off of my chest. Even though, again, that it is really unlikely, I'd rather have a wrist strap. That's just my personal preference. And then when I need to, I will lean on a strap like this, which is why I picked it up when I saw it go on sale. Again, you're never going to really see this thing go on sale. And that's because Peak generally doesn't need to lower their price, because they don't really have any direct competition that promises what they do in terms of giving you, again, seamless interchangeable capability, that if you want to pull the strap off, you don't have to go through a crazy hassle. The same thing applies to the cuff, the wrist strap. If you want to quickly remove it, you're just going to be removing it from this assembly. And that is the beauty of Peak design. You're not going to keep retying things on. A good example is my A7R Mark III right here, trusty old Sony wrist strap, which I happen to really like, but before I went on the trip, as I mentioned, I had decided it wasn't going to be enough, and that was why I picked up the Peak cuffs, and now a logical transition to also pick up a full-on camera strap. So again, this is going to mount right into the bottom, which it looks like I need a screw, or rather a coin for, to screw it in. See if I can do it one-handed here. It's not going so well. It's threading a little bit. Come on. I may be going the wrong way. No. It is righty-tighty. And there we go. So essentially, once you have this tightened up, then the other end you would just be connecting right to the actual strap right there. So you just pop this out, since I already have one on the camera, and boom, you're in business. So that is at least one of the intended ways to carry around your camera using the Peak system here with the, again, with these interchangeable discs. But as I mentioned at the top of the video, you do have to be cautious of wear on them, because over time they will get worn down and you will need to replace them. So that really is the only caveat that I could possibly have to going with Peak's design, not to be cute, is that over the test of time you will need to replace these guys. They're not expensive, they're not inexpensive, because after all, it is what differentiates Peak's products from the competition, and again makes it incredibly easy for you to pop it off. Now, this is not a new idea in any way, shape, or form. Screwing in, with basically almost like a quick plate type device. I mean, I have straps I reviewed years ago, that are the exact same concept, but it was smart that Peak gave you the option, because, again, users like me prefer something that is going into the tripod mount than just on the actual traditional strap holders on the side of the body. But that pretty much covers the SL2. I, of course, will provide feedback. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button, and as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.